And now, on the season finale of When Calls the Heart.
I'm worried he's getting worse.
If we don't operate, Cody's going to die.
What if there are no answers?
Maybe that's all right, too. That little boy's part of who I am. He's part of all of us. He's gonna be all right, though, isn't he? Isn't he?
The must-see season finale of When Calls the Heart starts right now on Hallmark Channel.
Previously on When Calls the Heart.
You're saying Carson Shepherd is a doctor?
He was.
Carson told me that his wife was sick.
A tumor. She died on the operating table.
I didn't know you'd made up your mind about going north.
I've decided to take the assignment.
Becky! She's always studying. She doesn't have time to play anymore. I don't feel good.
Cody!
The medication should help with the pain. Try to rest Cody.
What's wrong with him?
I'm not sure, but I think it's appendicitis.
How serious is it?
If the appendix isn't removed and it ruptures, it could be very serious.
Can you do the operation?
I'm not a surgical nurse. We need a doctor.
I'll wire Dr. Burns.
He's on sabbatical. Carl Strom is covering his cases.
But even if Dr. Strom left right away, he might not get here till tomorrow afternoon.
Is that soon enough?
There's no way of knowing.
There is one doctor who's closer.
Carson said he wasn't coming back.
Then we'll just have to change his mind.
Are you sure you don't want to stay here and be with Abigail?
You need all the volunteers you can get, Bill. This is important. If anything happens to Cody...
I get it. All right, listen up. We don't know what direction Carson Shepherd took when he left town. If we're lucky, he didn't get far overnight. Everybody spread out.
What if he doesn't want to come back?
You make him come back.
How much time do we have?
Not much. Carson's our last hope. If we don't find him, the boy could die. Let's go.
Let's go! Come on! Yeah!
Is Cody gonna be all right?
Nurse Carter is doing everything she can until the doctor gets here.
What if they can't find Mr. Shepherd?
Oh, sweetheart, you can't think that way. Half the town is out looking for him.
I was so mean to Cody. I should have spent more time with him.
Becky, you can spend all the time in the world with him once he gets better.
But what if he doesn't get better?
You have to have faith. And we have to be strong. For each other and for Cody.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Carson! Whoa.
What are you doing out here?
We've been looking for you everywhere.
Abigail should have saved you the trouble.
It's Cody. He's sick. Faith thinks his appendix is going to rupture.
Well, any competent doctor can handle that operation.
All the other doctors are too far away. They won't make it to town in time.
Trust me. I'm not the person you want.
Abigail told us about what happened with your wife.
Well, then you know. The last patient I operated on didn't make it.
I'm guessing you saved a lot of other lives before that. And that's what you need to do right now. For Cody.
I haven't seen a patient in over 2 years.
I don't believe for a minute you've forgotten all your training. Carson, we really need you.
All right. I'll go back and do an exam. But that's all I can promise.
Thank you.
Breakfast is served.
Oh, finally. Thank you.
Oh, dear. This is embarrassing.
How's that?
This is for Rip. Mr. Avery asked me to feed him while he's gone.
Gone? Where's he gone?
Well, he's out looking for Carson Shepherd, who, as it turns out, is a doctor, not a cook after all.
Well, we all have our secrets.
No, it's a lucky thing, too, because poor little Cody is very sick. Mr. Shepherd might be our only hope in saving him.
How's Abigail taking it?
As best she can, given the circumstances. It isn't easy. I'll see if I can find you some breakfast.
Sorry about the boy.
Yes, we all are. There isn't much any of us can do right now. Except pray. How is he?
No better, no worse. He's still in a lot of pain.
Carson.
Where's Cody?
This way.
What you doing, buddy? What are his symptoms?
Fever, abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting.
It's tenderness and swelling. His appendix is infected. The sooner this is removed, the better.
Can you do it?
I got here as soon as I could.
You must be Dr. Strom.
I am. How long has he been like this?
Since last night.
If you feel his side, you can tell his appendix is swollen.
Is that a professional opinion?
I practice medicine. Carson Shepherd.
I remember the name. You were investigated by the medical board.
It's true. I was.
Carson was cleared of any wrongdoing. It was confirmed by our sheriff.
Since you no longer practice medicine, Mr. Shepherd, perhaps you'll allow me to determine what's wrong with my patient.
Of course.
I'll need you all to leave.
I'd like to stay, if you don't mind.
Actually, I do, but I'll require the services of your nurse.
I'll help in any way I can.
Let's go get some coffee.
Oh, Lee, I'm so glad you're back. Did you find Carson?
Yeah, he's with Cody.
Oh. Why don't you have a seat and I'll make you a nice sandwich?
No, thank you. I'm not very hungry.
But you missed breakfast.
Yeah, I have to get to work.
Work can wait. You need your rest.
All what I need is to get cleaned up and get to the office.
The sawmill can do without you for a couple more hours.
Rosie, could you stop fussing, please?
Have I done something wrong?
No. No, of course not. I'm just a little tired. That's all.
Lee, I'm your wife. I know what you're like when you're tired. This isn't it.
Not right now, okay? Please.
I'm not sure how I feel about Dr. Strom's bedside manner.
He's been head of surgery at Memorial Hospital in Union City for the past 10 years.
Well, he must be good at what he does.
I have news for you, Mrs. Stanton.
Oh, I hope it's good news.
I performed a thorough examination, and I think you'll be greatly relieved to hear it's not appendicitis.
So Cody doesn't need an operation?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, that's wonderful news.
But he has all the classic symptoms of appendicitis.
Symptoms common to a variety of illnesses.
He has a fever, which indicates infection.
An infection likely caused by influenza or an intestinal issue, like colitis, but more than likely, it's the stomach flu.
It's not the flu.
I thought you told me you no longer practice medicine.
What if he's right?
Young lady, surgery poses a great deal of risk. Sepsis, bacterial infection, blood loss, any of which can kill a patient. It's not a procedure to be undertaken on a whim.
This isn't a whim.
Mrs. Stanton, I have been practicing medicine for 20 years. If I thought surgery was necessary, I would recommend it without hesitation.
You're wrong.
Have you ever even considered the possibility that it's you who's wrong? Or do you just think you're smarter than everyone else?
Let's try not to make this personal.
A child could die from unnecessary surgery performed by a man who's trying to prove he's a hero, so I'd say this is very personal.
You say operate. You say wait.
I've given the boy castor oil and a mild physic. We'll know more in a day or two.
In your opinion.
I understand you lost your last patient on the operating table. I hardly think you're in a position to give advice here. But the decision is yours, Mrs. Stanton.
Thank you for the advice, gentlemen. Let's wait until the morning and see how Cody is doing.
Carson! Carson! Carson, please don't go.
Why would I stay?
Well, just because Abigail wants you to wait a little doesn't mean she thinks you're wrong. It just means she's scared.
She asked for my opinion. I gave it. There's no reason for me to be here.
Carson, surgery is risky. Abigail knows that. And if there's a chance it isn't necessary.
It needs to happen. There isn't a lot of time left. I should go.
No, please, one more day, just in case. That's all I'm asking.
One day. Then I'm gone.
Miss Thatcher, why won't Nurse Carter let us visit Cody?
He's sick, sweetheart.
But why can't we see him?
Well, we don't know what's wrong with him yet. And just in case he has the flu, Nurse Carter doesn't want you all to get sick.
Well, I got a frog from the pond to cheer him up.
Oh. Why don't you all make him get well cards instead?
It's his birthday tomorrow.
Well, you can make him birthday cards too.
But he's sick. How can you have a birthday party?
He will have his birthday party just as soon as he's feeling better. Now go get started on those cards. We can finish them at school. Rosemary. Rosemary.
Oh, Elizabeth. I'm so sorry. I must have been a little distracted.
Is something wrong?
It's Lee. There's something he's not telling me, and I don't know what it is.
Have you tried talking to him?
Elizabeth, talking is what I do best. But he just walked away.
And there really is something wrong.
I know.
With you.
With me?
The Rosemary I know doesn't give up, especially when it comes to getting to the bottom of something.
I'd never thought of it like that.
Then maybe you should. You know, I once read this advice column that said communication is the most important thing in a relationship.
Are you quoting me to me?
Good advice is good advice.
It seems even the columnist can use some advice now and then.
Especially when it's her own.
May I join you?
Go ahead.
I know we don't see eye to eye on what's best for Cody. And I don't have as much experience as you.
Mr. Shepard, the boy will be fine by the morning.
Not if I'm right and you're wrong.
The odds of that are highly unlikely.
You may want to slow down there in case you need to perform surgery.
and you might want to mind your own business.
This is my business. I care about that kid.
Just like you cared about your wife?
You weren't there. I did what I had to do for Amber.
So you say.
If you would just listen to me, Cody's appendix...
Quite frankly, I've done more than enough listening. The medical board might have cleared you, but that doesn't make you a good doctor. I'm not gonna let you kill another patient.
Cody is gonna die because you're a coward.
Hey, break it up! Break it up! You saw what he did. He assaulted me, now arrest him.
What I saw were two doctors having an honest disagreement. And no reason for charges.
Oh, that's how it is here. Protect your own.
You accusing me of not doing my job?
No. Of course not.
Good. I think it's time for you to call it a night. You too.
Lee. There you are. Dinner's almost ready.
I think maybe I'm just gonna go straight to bed.
Please. Whatever's wrong, tell me. Let me help.
It's nothing.
Lee.
I just don't want to bother you with it, that's all.
Isn't that what marriage is for? To bother each other till death do us part?
I've been thinking about Cody a lot.
We all have.
Do you remember when I told you that I lost my brother?
Yes, when you were a boy.
Right. Cody reminds me a lot of Patrick sometimes. He was a good kid. Always did what he was told. Most of the time. Anyway, when Patrick got sick, the doctors didn't know what it was. Said we just had to wait and see. His last night, he asked me if I'd read to him. He loved that. Tom Sawyer was his favorite book. And we just had one chapter to go. But I was tired that night. And I asked if I could read to him in the morning. I never got that chance. Because he didn't make it through the night.
Lee, I'm so sorry. Why didn't you ever tell me?
Guess I just felt like I'm supposed to have the answers and not the problems.
Maybe it's all right for us to find the answers together.
What if there are no answers?
Maybe that's all right too.
Guessing you couldn't sleep?
How's he doing?
I'm worried he's getting worse.
Fever?
Keeps going up. His pulse is thready.
That appendix is gonna rupture any minute.
We'll get Dr. Strom.
I saw him at the saloon. He's in no shape to do the surgery.
Then you have to.
Go get Abigail. If I don't operate now, Cody's appendix will rupture. And if that happens, bacteria from the infection will move into the bloodstream, causing sepsis.
It spreads the infection everywhere.
And once that happens, there's nothing we can do to help him.
But Dr. Strom thinks an operation is dangerous.
And he's right. Especially here, we don't have all the modern surgical tools. There's issues with sanitation, blood loss, 100 other things. And if there was time to move Cody to a hospital, I would tell you to do that. But there isn't. If we don't operate, Cody's going to die.
Are you absolutely sure about this?
100%. You need to trust me with this, Abigail.
Fine. Do what you have to do.
I'll need a scalpel, clamps, ligature, sterilize the instruments, carbolic acid if you have it, boiling water if you don't. I want to avoid risking any contamination.
I'll have everything for you in a few minutes.
I'll need you to leave.
Carson. Don't let my boy die. It's so hard to sit here and do nothing.
What you really need is sleep, Abigail.
Oh, I couldn't sleep. Not until I know Cody's okay. I already lost one son, Elizabeth. I don't know what I would do if I lost Cody. That little boy's in my heart. He's part of who I am.
He's part of all of us.
Any news?
Not yet.
How long has it been?
A little more than an hour.
Is there anything we can do?
Why don't I make us some tea?
I'll help.
You made the right decision.
Lee, I hope you're right.
I know I am. He's gonna be okay.
Things certainly have changed here in Hope Valley. When I first arrived, you were afraid of your own shadow, but now, look at you. You're taking care of Abigail. You've given me great advice. And you have changed the lives of all the children here. You've come so far. I hardly recognize you.
It's really nice of you to say. But to be honest, some days I feel so empty, I'm not sure I'll be able to keep going.
You miss Jack.
More than you know.
He is fighting the good fight up there. And you are fighting the good fight right here. He would be so proud of you.
Time to go, Henry.
Go?
Just got a wire from the magistrate. Your arraignment's been scheduled.
I know that you're eager to be rid of me, but I have a favor to ask.
You want to ask me a favor?
It's not a big one. I just wondered if you'd let me stay until I found out what happened with Cody. Just a day. We still get there in time.
You're stalling.
You can call it what you will.
Why do you care so much about Abigail?
Why do you?
The weather's supposed to be better tomorrow anyway. I'll let you know if there's news about the boy.
expecting more than 5 hours.
I'm sure we'll hear something soon.
Is it supposed to take this long? Carson.
We removed the appendix just in time.
Oh, thank goodness.
Cody's still unconscious.
He's going to be all right, though, isn't he? Isn't he?
Abigail, he lost a lot of blood.
Oh, no.
He's still running a fever, and his pulse is weak. We did the best we could.
Of course you did.
I was just at the infirmary. Mr. Shepard, you better have a very good explanation for your actions.
I gave him permission to do the surgery.
But that was a mistake.
From what I understand, you were indisposed at the time.
The medical board is going to hear about this.
And they're going to hear how you misdiagnosed a case of appendicitis.
You may have killed that boy with your recklessness.
All I know is he didn't die from a ruptured appendix.
He should have been transferred to a proper hospital with a proper operating theater.
Dr. Strom, I made the decision and I stand by it.
Fine. Then I'll be leaving. He's your patient now, sir. But if he dies, it will be on your conscience.
I am so sorry you had to hear that.
Can I see Cody now?
Of course.
I'll walk you over, Abigail. You look like you need a break.
I heard you had a rough night.
Something like that.
I'm guessing you could use some sleep.
Maybe later.
There's nothing more you can do right now.
That's the thing. What if I didn't do enough?
Well, you don't get to decide who lives and dies, my friend. That's up to a higher power. And the sooner you figure that out, the better off you're gonna be.
Yes, my life didn't quite turn out the way I hoped it would.
You can change it.
What if it's too late?
Oh, until they put us in the ground, it's never really too late, is it? You know, one thing I've learned, Doc. Running away is never the answer.
And I'll be right there to help you. Looks like you're working on a school project.
The children are making cards for Cody.
I'd like to send a wire to the medical board in Cape Fullerton, please.
Certainly. There you are.
I really wish you wouldn't do that.
Have we met?
I'm Elizabeth Thatcher. I'm a friend of Mayor Stanton. And Carson Shepard.
Carson Shepard is a dangerous man. He performed an operation and he hasn't practiced medicine in 2 years.
He did what he had to do to save a child's life.
You don't know if he saved anyone at all.
Well, what I do know is Cody wouldn't still be here if it weren't for Carson.
My sister's not here, and it's his fault.
Sometimes God has other plans, Miss Bennett, and they're not the ones we want. But we have to accept them and move on.
You're gonna feel very differently if that little boy doesn't make it through the night.
Well, I'm praying that he does. Please, stop being so angry and forgive Carson. He's hurting even worse than you are.
Happy birthday, my sweet boy. Cody, you just have to get better. know you're a fighter. Because you've already been through so much and you've never given up. There's so much more life for you to live. And so much more for you to do. If ever there was a time for you to fight, Cody, it's now. Please, please don't give up.
I have to say, I'm surprised to see you back here clearing tables.
Just covering for my business partner.
She at the infirmary?
Yeah. She said she's not leaving until Cody wakes up.
Right.
Gentlemen, will you be joining us for the prayer service at the church?
Wouldn't miss it. I'll be there right after I clean these dishes and lock up.
Or better yet, why don't we help you?
Good idea.
Give him health, give him strength, and let him heal. We ask this in the name of our Lord, who taught us to pray, saying, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen.
How is he?
Heart rate is normal.
Fever's broken.
Cody? Can you hear me? Cody.
Cody. Cody, wake up. Cody, sweetheart. Please, Cody. Please wake up. Cody.
Where am I?
You're in the infirmary, sweetheart.
I remember I had a stomach ache.
Yes. Yes, you did. But everything's gonna be okay now.
You're gonna be just fine.
I don't know how to thank you.
We'll leave you two alone.
Oh.
You need some rest. I'll stay here.
You sure?
Go.
Why are you crying?
Because I'm so happy.
That's a funny reason.
You'll understand when you're older.
Abigail?
Cody, he's gonna be all right.
Can I see him? I was just going to drop off some cards.
I'm gonna go tell Becky you go see him.
Carson? Did the boy make it?
He did.
So you saved his life.
I did what I was supposed to do.
And you did what you were supposed to do for Amber.
Wasn't enough.
I was so angry. I was so upset at losing her that I wanted to blame someone, and it was easier to blame you. But it wasn't fair, and it wasn't right.
Do you really believe that?
I do.
The only reason I ever wanted to be a doctor was to help people.
Well, something tells me you have a lot more lives to save. And I'm not going to be the one who stands in your way.
Look, even Dasher sent me a card.
Everyone misses you.
Can I come in?
Of course. I'll be back to check on you later.
Cody, I was so worried about you. You really scared me, you know.
Sorry about that.
No, I'm the one who's sorry.
For what?
For not spending enough time with you. But I promise, as soon as you're better, we're gonna do everything together just like we used to. I'm always gonna be your big sister, Cody.
Even when I'm being a brat?
That's what little brothers are for, right?
So what can I do to help with Cody's birthday party?
Well, I've got the cake. How about decorations?
Say no more. Well, there's a sight I never thought I'd see.
I'll catch up with you in a minute. Thought you were leaving yesterday.
I heard there was bad weather near Cape Fullerton. I didn't want to take the chance.
Actually, Bill was kind enough to let me stay an extra day. Just until there was news.
About?
About your boy. Glad he pulled through.
Thank you for that, Henry.
Time to get going.
Well, I guess this is goodbye.
I'll be back sooner than you think.
I wouldn't be too sure of that.
Take care of yourself, Henry.
You too. Thank you, Bill.
Let me make that for you.
Oh, I'm fine. And you shouldn't be working in a kitchen anymore.
Faith can keep an eye on Cody now. He's out of the woods.
Carson Shepherd, you were meant to be a doctor, not a cook.
I'm not so sure about that.
I am. Don't you see? God sent you to Hope Valley for a reason. To save a child's life.
The truth is, Cody saved me. All of you did.
And it was meant to be.
Hope Valley is a place where miracles happen, where help comes when it's least expected. It's been a few weeks since Cody's operation, and he has recovered completely. But sometimes it takes the threat of losing someone we love to realize how important it is to make the most of the time we have together. Come home soon, my darling Jack. Nothing is more precious to me than you. With all my heart, your dearest, Elizabeth.
Happy birthday, Cody. Open my next.
I owe you an apology.
For what?
No, I was wrong about you. I'm glad I was.
Apology accepted.
Have you decided to open a practice here?
I've been thinking about it.
Well, I already spoke with the town council and offered to pay half your salary.
It's a generous offer.
A genuine Schneider baseball bat. Thank you, Mr. Shepherd.
He's not a mister, he's a doctor.
You're welcome.
That one's from us. Well, Lee.
The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Thank you, Mr. Coulter.
You're very welcome, Cody.
Who's Patrick Coulter?
He's someone very special. You remind me a little bit of him.
This is the best birthday ever.
It's not over yet.
What's this?
It's a special present. For Becky, too. Something I wanted to give you for a long time. Came in the mail last week.
What is it?
It's the official adoption decree.
What does that mean?
It means that Miss Abigail is your mother.
Is that true?
Yes. From now on, you can call me Mom.
I'm going to try out my new bat.
I'm coming with you. Okay, but you take it easy, young man, and be back before dinner.
I will, Mom.
I will never get tired of hearing that word.
I'm so happy for you. For all three of you.
Thank you.
Sunday nights. This spring, the magic returns.
Get ready for an all-new season of Good Witch.
I look forward to every minute whenever I'm with you.
You'll never know what we'll conjure up.
It's about as wonderful and magical as things get.
Good Witch premieres next Sunday at 9 on Hallmark Channel, the heart of TV.